Welcome back, Salty Fam. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. So today we're going to get into Boz from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and her badass workshop, which is very similar to Amanda Francis and what she does.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that she even had an info product.
Yes.
Because how she talks about Amanda's business, like, seems like she would never have an info product, but she definitely markets hers differently. But it was just like, oh, whoa, she's selling a course too.
Right. And so Amanda Francis markets hers like rich as fuck and godly as fuck. And Boz is very similar in the way that she is the badass workshop, the whole damn thing, the baddest, like building your baddest self, kind of
Very same
similar.
vibe of
Yes.
like sort of that boss babe, this is how you do it kind of course or whatever.
It is interesting. And so she has a $50 super session. She has a $100 level 1, $150 level 2, and $250 for the whole damn thing. So I think that kind of encompasses all of her classes that she offers.
And that's very different than like how Amanda prices her courses.
Right.
You know, so I think that's what's like kind of rubs Bose the wrong way is like she sells the same thing, but she thinks what she does is totally different than what Amanda does.
Yeah.
But it's really not. They do the exact same thing. They just market it differently. So like it is different in that aspect.
Amanda definitely alluded to the fact that Boz was just kind of jealous of her.
Yeah, for sure. Because Amanda's courses, quote unquote, make money,
Right.
which like hers probably do make way more money than Bose's because Bose's are affordable. They're $50. Her highest ticket one is $250.
Right.
Amanda probably doesn't even sell one that's $250.
I think Amanda's like podcast access and like kind of live chat maybe on the podcast is $250 a month.
Oh yeah, that like membership.
It's
she
like a
had or
membership,
whatever.
$250
Yeah.
a month that you sign up for.
But her courses are like $1,500 a whack. And she
Yeah.
mentioned on the show she has like inner circle, private group stuff, which those are probably like $5,000-$10,000 packages she sells.
Right.
So I bet like she does make way more on her course business than Bose does on hers because they're just priced and marketed totally differently.
Yeah, they are. But they are, you know, like we said before, very, very similar. So Bose was putting down Amanda Francis quite often, kind of saying it was a scam and that what she does is wrong and it's not real advice. And the advice that she was giving Dorit was like totally crazy.
Bad.
When in reality, she knows exactly what it is.
And she does the same thing. It's the exact same thing, just packaged differently, you know? But even it's almost packaged similarly with all the boss
photos.
babe stuff
Yeah.
and like, you know.
It's a lot of photos of herself, like in, you know, bright colors, very made up, very glamorous. Like, you know, I'm so happy. This is a great lifestyle. She has a page called The Gems, and it's these like quotes from her. And there's even one like Amanda Francis with her and a lot of money behind her in the background. And it says, give the number first and make it as high as hell.
Which is exactly what Amanda is doing with her courses and how high ticket they are, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot of like, women empowerment. I like that. I like the page. Kind of looks like something that she would post on social media. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw on her social media all those quotation.
Oh, yeah, for
things
sure.
that
Those
she
were
did.
totally like Instagram posts or something
Yeah.
like that, you know?
And then we go over and it says like to her book and it brings up a different web page. And her book is kind of more of like a memoir. You can buy it off of Amazon. Let's see. For $16.81.
It's just so funny because like how she talked about Amanda on the season, I would not think that like, oh, she has a book and courses too.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I would think Bose would never get into the course
like, be
business
steering
ever,
clear.
you know, like she's more that like corporate world kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, that's how it's definitely portrayed. It has 4.7 stars on Amazon with 651 reviews. And it's called The Urgent Life, My Story of Love, Loss, and Survival. So I think that this was kind of what she went through with losing her ex-husband.
Which is a horrible
Yeah,
story.
when
You
her
know, that is
daughter was
sad.
really young. And this, I believe, came out February 21st, 2023. So in the past 3 years, semi-recent.
And all of it is like good for her, dude. Get your hustle on, slang those
Yeah.
courses, but don't be, you know, crapping all over Amanda for selling courses when you're
Right.
selling courses too. You
And I
know?
wonder if that was like editing that didn't let us know that Boz had her own
Yeah, maybe.
courses this whole time, and then
Like
they
she
drop
brought
it
it up,
in.
but they would just cut that part out. You know, she
Right.
like would mention things like, "Oh, I have a workshop or whatever."
Right. And then they just cut it to Amanda Francis saying, oh, she's jealous because hers don't do as well as mine.
yeah.
And then they drop that in kind of at the end of the season, you know, as like
I bet
a
you're
bomb
right.
drop.
Yeah, that's just, and that would be like good editing on their part of
Right.
sort of building the narrative and making it more shocking or surprising. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she has a course. What's going on?
Like,
with this?
oh, Bose has been talking shit about this whole time, and now it's revealed that she has her same thing.
what a hypocrite, you know, kind of thing.
Because, you know, they do have their whole season already planned out. It's all like sticky noted out. Each housewife has a different color, and that's like on their
interesting.
planning board. And if something like big and crazy happens, then they'll adjust the like sticky
Yeah, but it sort of like
notes.
unfolds a little
Yeah.
differently than what they expected.
But like when they go and talk to the housewives tell them like, this is what I've been up to this year. This is what
This is
kind
what's
of-
going on, probably what
Yeah.
we'll be talking about.
Exactly.
You know?
And then they go to the storyboard and they kind of plan out the whole season. So,
interesting.
you know, some of it does change, you know, organically. But for the
Yeah.
most part, like it is all planned out.
Yes, it's not totally random, totally unexpected. They have no
Right.
clue how it's going to unfold.
Right. And so that's what Stephanie from Real Housewives of Dallas said that they do. So
And
that's
I
where
feel
that
like that's kind of what
information-
Lisa Rinna sort of said in her book too,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So that's where that information is coming from. But anyway, so then we were on her book website that is linked from her Badass Workshop website. And it's interesting because then it takes you to a link to Eve by Boz. And this one features her daughter with wigs, hair care, brushes, and everything kind of having to do with hair.
Which this I'm not surprised by at all. Like I would expect her to be in more sort of, not that courses is an illegitimate business or anything, but
Right.
just what people would consider like a legit business,
Yeah.
where it's like an actual real product.
That
So
you're
would like
actually-
totally expect her to be in something like this, you know?
Yeah. And so you can shop her hair or you can shop her hair care. And it all looks, again, like very luxurious and
Yeah, it is like the packaging, the bottles and everything are like very well done. It looks like a
Yeah.
premium product. Like you'd be like, oh wow, this is like a nice
yeah,
thing I got.
like looks very spa-like
Yes,
and
totally.
relaxing. And I mean, she does a good job. That is for sure.
Yeah,
At
I mean,
least by
she's
the
obviously like a
visuals.
hustler and
Yeah.
really good at marketing because of, you know, like
Yeah.
that's like what was a lot of her corporate experience was marketing for these huge brands,
Right.
you know?
And we do lots of website reviews. And I would say this one is one of the better ones, especially compared to like Lisa Barlow's.
Yeah.
Which you would click a link on her website and like nothing would even pop up. You know, it was
for
like,
sure.
wait, you claim to be running a social media marketing,
Yeah.
but your website isn't even up to date in any way. Like, it was weird, you know?
Yeah.
And Austin Kroll's beer website was odd.
Yeah, like this website, like it looks like this would be a real business that's just getting customers and they have no clue who Bose is. They're just there because they like the products and everything and they've been
Right.
marketed too well. Where like Lisa Barlow's or Austin's is like nobody is just stumbling upon that website and buying something from there.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like
sure.
it's all driven because they're like fans of them or
Yeah.
curious because they know them, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in and like and subscribe for more. And we'll see you next time, Salty Fam.